90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 cast announced as these major stars return. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way is returning with a new season, featuring 6 pairs, 2 of whom are returning couples. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 6 was filled with dramatic moments and explosive breakups. While some cast members like Shekinah Garner and Sarper Guven were able to establish a strong connection and get married the following year, others like Statler Riley and Dempsey Wilkinson broke up due to a cheating scandal. Corona Blakey and Ingy Hilmer, as well as Josh McGuffey and Lily Huang, ended their relationship after attempting to make it work. Thankfully, Joanne Jisoo and Sean Heffernan are still together and seem to be going strong. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 is set to premiere in September with 6 couples. EW just reported that 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 will premiere on September 8, 2025. The 4 new couples include Greta from Oklahoma and Matthew from England, Anthony from California and Manon from France, Patia from Texas and Dylan from Tasmania, Australia, and Chloe from Massachusetts and Johnny from Aruba. Returning fan favorites Jenny Slatten from California and Sumit Singh from India, as well as Luke Berry from California and Madeleine Perez from Colombia, will also be featured. According to the trailer posted by 90 Day Fiancé, Sumit and Jenny are dealing with financial problems that have forced them to move in with Sumit's family, while Luke and Madeleine are facing trust issues. What new cast means for The Other Way Season 7. The producers seem to have finally listened to viewer critiques in the latest season of 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way. In the past, there were concerns about the repetitive casting of cast members from similar regions in the spin-off, leading to boredom among viewers. Fans seemed eager for a change and demanded more diversity in the cast, which likely prompted the network to introduce cast members from a range of countries. With 3 new locations introduced in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7, including Aruba, Tasmania, and France, the season is on track to be its most vibrant and varied yet. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 also appears to be much more genuine because of the cast. In the past, the spin-off has featured some unconventional couples with significant age differences who appeared to have hidden agendas for being on the show. However, the sneak peek of the upcoming season suggests a cast comprised of couples who seem to be compatible and genuine. Greta and Matthew, Anthony and Manon, Patia and Dylan, and Chloe and Johnny seem to have natural chemistry. The returning cast members, like Luke and Madeleine, have also shown growth and are now facing challenges that seem unpretentious. Our take on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 cast. The network has improved 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way by acknowledging previous criticisms and including a more diverse cast. It's also exciting that Sumit and Jenny have been invited back to the franchise. Jenny had previously mentioned that she still had more of her story to share. Now she's returning to TV, allowing her the opportunity to finally share her story with the audience that has supported her for the past 6 years. It'll be interesting to see how the new cast members' journeys on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way Season 7 will unfold. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way's Manon and Anthony can be frustrating, but I think they'll be around for a long time. Warning: the following contains spoilers for the 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way episode Forza. Stream the episode with an HBO Max subscription and read at your own risk. 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way continued Manon and Anthony Berryman's story in France, and we joined them on the seemingly joyous day of their son Benjamin's baptism. Manon invited her entire family, many of whom hadn't spoken in years, hoping the event would lead to a grand unification, and it went about as well as one would expect. I've been concerned about Manon and Anthony's relationship since the start of this season. They very well may end up one of the next 90-day couples to split after marriage, but at the same time, I also think they'll have a long run in the franchise due to that very drama. Manon and Anthony have just as much drama with their families as they do with each other. When Manon and Anthony left for France so suddenly in 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, I was a little disappointed. There were clearly many people in Anthony's family who were upset about the decision to leave, but we didn't really get time to hear from those family members because they didn't hang around the United States for long. It reminded me a lot of the dynamic Libby Castorvet has with her family, which led to some pretty wild moments. Based on this latest episode, however, it seems that Manon has just as much drama with her family. Given that, I questioned why she thought her son's baptism and return to France would be the catalyst for family members who hadn't spoken in years to bury the hatchet, especially when she had her own grievances to share. I give all the credit in the world to Anthony, who knew when it was time to bow out and take Benjamin back to the house to sleep before he got caught in the crossfire of family infighting. Will Manon and Anthony remain on 90 Day Fiancé? 90 Day Fiancé doesn't pay incredibly well, but cast members do get money for appearing on the program. That money only goes up the longer a couple is on the franchise, which sounds perfect for Manon and Anthony. They're looking for a job where she can spend more time with her kids, and I would imagine if the TLC series didn't pay a decent sum, couples wouldn't continue to be involved. Given Manon's background as a plus-sized model and social media influencer, I think we can expect her and Anthony to be on the series as long as 90 Day Fiancé will let them. Maybe after their time in France, they'll finally come back to the United States and begin to rebuild their relationship in Los Angeles. I will say I do agree with some fans' complaints that they don't fit the mold for the traditional couple to appear on The Other Way. They've been married for years, whereas most couples who appear are only engaged and seeing if they want to get married. That said, I think that's a good sign they'll be on the show for a while, if they were picked by casting despite not fitting the exact mold of the show. Keep up with Manon and Anthony's adventures on 90 Day Fiancé, The Other Way, which airs on TLC on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, readers can always revisit past episodes and seasons on HBO Max, and as someone who loves this spin-off more than the rest, I would recommend that people do so. 90DF Sarper and Shekinah were married in a wedding ceremony. 90 Day Fiancé stars Sarper Guven and Shekinah Garner had a wedding ceremony to make their marriage official. Since Sarper and Shekinah love the lounge life, having a bed wedding was the perfect ceremony concept. In a joint post, Shekinah and Sarper wrote, "On November 11, 2024, we were bedded, not just as husband and wife, but as soulmates who crossed oceans, cultures, and time zones for love. We met in Turkey 3 years ago, not knowing that a single encounter would rewrite our lives. What followed was a love story written in flight miles, 14 trips across the ocean just to be close. Every mile was for this moment. And now, one final flight together to the US, where we begin our forever under one roof, no borders between us, only love." Sharing our journey on the show meant opening our hearts to the world. Being the 90th couple to marry in the franchise? That's the kind of magic you can't script. From Turkey to today, from distance to I do, our bedding is forever our beginning. About a year ago, Shekinah stood by her man, even calling out the slut-shaming Sarper endured. After Sarper admitted that he slept with over 2,500 women, Shekinah used her Instagram platform to speak out. "I think it's terrible in this day and age to essentially be slut-shaming people, which is what that is, judging someone based on their body count. That's so demeaning. It's so wrong. He's a grown man, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Do I think that was a good choice or showed a lot of integrity? No. But, I love him and I trust him. I think that's in his past." We are happy to hear Sarper and Shekinah were able to put all their drama to bed.